Hello, and how wonderful that you are here exploring my podcast, The Breathing Body. My name is Flurina and I'm the host of this podcast. I'm an osteopath with a background in dance and yoga and based in London where I practice, lecture and research. And I'm so happy that you are here. In this episode, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself and what to expect from this podcast and what it is all about. It's so wonderful that you're here and that you would like to find out who I am and what this podcast is all about. Today, in this intro episode, I would like to tell you a little bit more about myself, how this project came to be, and what this podcast is subject to. This podcast invites you to journey through conversations which share the fascination of the physical matter we inhabit, the breathing body. These conversations explore its inherent intelligence, movements, healing, and much more. I'm talking to people from various fields of research and practice, such as osteopathy, dance, somatic practices, anatomy, embryology, spirituality, and many more. If you would like to learn about our miraculous body and be inspired in many new ways, then this podcast is for you. It's my wish really to create a source of inspiration, or maybe I have to say to act as a channel for a source of inspiration to be created, which of course will emerge and unfold from the conversations I'm very grateful to be having. And yes, a source of inspiration which reveals and explores the wisdom of our body. I personally, I know and I feel and I learn it day by day that my body is my best teacher. And it is my vision to share that with all of you through this podcast. This podcast is about the miraculous and wonderful with wonder in capitals. This miraculous and wonderful body we have, and how day by day we can connect more deeply to it, and through our body then connect to the world around. This podcast is about what it means to breathe and how breath is moving our body constantly and how breath supports us always. And yes, may we all be fascinated and inspired about what people from various fields have to share about the fascination of our body and how they experienced or learned about it. And be reminded over and over again about, whoa, this is amazing. I'm a wonder. And I do want to tell you, you are a wonder. You are. This podcast will be a mixture of conversations, interviews, some solo episodes, also blogs. I'll be writing a blog alongside and you can find all the information in the show notes. And I'm also more than happy to try to explore certain questions you have or try to invite people you really would like to hear about. So do let me know. And a little bit about myself. As I said in the very beginning, my name is Flurina and I am the host of this podcast. I am an osteopath with a background in dance and yoga and based in London at the moment, where I practice, lecture and research. I'm originally initially from Switzerland, where I grew up, and my dad was or is a journalist. And I feel from a very young age I've been exposed to the medium of words and writing and talking and leading conversations. And I was always pretty fascinated about my dad's work, and very quickly early on fell in love with writing, talking, having conversations, reflecting and learning and expanding my own horizon knowledge through these media. And I'm very much looking forward to use the medium of words and conversation to explore something like the body, which is actually so difficult to be put into words and to find the right words to describe what we mean. My background has always been in movement. Whilst during grammar school, my main subject was violin, and for me, it felt like I was dancing on the violin. And then I studied contemporary dance in Denmark and Holland, which is also where I encountered various somatic practices, which really informed my path and journey, such as the Alexander technique, body-mind centering, Feldenkrais. And then it was very much this wish to care for people with my hands and to support and facilitate healing through touch, which led me to move to the UK and study osteopathy. And that's still the path I'm on. I currently very much enjoy working with children, and I'm also training at the Osteopathic Center for Children in London. So, let's dive in. I hope you will enjoy the first episode in which I fly solo, and I hope you will enjoy the following conversations even more. I'm very much looking forward reading your thoughts and comments about the episodes on Instagram or Facebook or any podcast platform you are listening from at the moment. Tell me, what did you take from this episode? And how did it inspire your path and your journey? I will write in the show notes where you can find me, which is mainly on Instagram, Flurina_breathing body, or also on my webpage, flurinathali.com. And as always, a huge thank you to the band Esperian, which is playing the most wonderful intro and outro music. And you can find the full track and all their details in the show notes too. I wish you a wonderful day, week or weekend wherever you are. Trust your feet, body and heart. Love, Flurina.